Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Saturday, September 11th, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 669 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. How 7 years of dirt is deep cleaned from mattresses. Mexico drenched in rain as Olaf heads out to sea. University apologizes to medical student who was given a yellow card warning for wearing an inappropriate dress during an exam. Trump on prospect of New York mayoral bid, I would love that. Fox News host Chris Wallace said GOP reps who made false claims about election fraud cannot appear on his Sunday show. Missouri GOP lawmaker suggests Lincoln Memorial should come down after Robert E. Lee statue is removed in Richmond. Two heroes were beaten unconscious after stepping in to try and stop a woman from being sexually assaulted, reports. The Nation I Know, former President Bush's full remarks at 9/11 ceremony in Shanksville, PA. Daughter of 9/11 survivor the Dust Lady Marcy Borders remembers mom's story of trauma to triumph. Japan, Vietnam signed defense transfer deal amid China worries. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Live updates, Emma Raducanu beats Leila Fernandez in U.S. Open Women's Final, The Washington Post. Biden and Bush urge unity as nation remembers September 11th, The New York Times. Salesforce offers to help employees leave in wake of Texas restrictive abortion law, NBC News. El Salvador buys the dip as Bitcoin law goes live, 101 Bored Ape NFTs sold for $24 million, Ukraine passes crypto legislation, Hodler's Digest, September 5th to 11th, Cointelegraph. George W. Bush compares violent extremists at home to 9/11 terrorists in 20th anniversary speech, The Washington Post. Not getting vaccinated against COVID-19 is like driving while intoxicated, health expert says, CNN. Number 11 Oregon beats number 3 Ohio State in upset, shaking up college football playoff race, USA Today. Twitch is suing users who allegedly conducted hate raids on Black and LGBTQ streamers, BuzzFeed News. Manchester United v Newcastle United Premier League highlights September 11, 2021 NBC Sports, NBC Sports. Teen participant in Slender Man stabbing to be released from mental hospital, The New York Times. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Ashton Kutcher's ESPN spot overwhelmed by take a shower chance. Long lines for COVID-19 vaccine in Nairobi, few takers in Atlanta. Lizzo surprises her mom with a new wardrobe in heartfelt video. Trump congratulates Rudy Giuliani for the 20th time, on 9/11 anniversary. Disney's live-action remake of Little Mermaid has a release date. Bush condemns domestic and foreign extremism on 20th anniversary of 9/11. Associated Press deletes 9/11 Nickelback tweet, it was in poor taste. GOP Senate candidate flips out at vaccine mandates in deeply offensive video. U.S. marks 20 years since 9/11 in shadow of Afghan war's end. Don't be fooled by religious arguments for Texas abortion law, it's unchristian. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Weight of many felt in soldiers' sacrifice. Woman accused of running unlicensed daycare. Air Force Base conducts controlled hunt for gators. Tenants go 11 days without power. Video shows frightening moments mom is robbed. Babies born on 9/11 survive and strive. Church volunteer killed in accident. 13-year-old saves 4 sisters from house fire. Military mom surprises family at school. Family speaks after thieves enter home, steal car. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. The pandemic is a key issue in the recall, and that bodes well for Newsom. Republicans attack President Biden's vaccine mandates. Emma Raducanu defeats Leila Fernandez for the U.S. Open title. Biden and Bush urge unity as nation remembers September 11th. Extreme weather updates, Hurricane Larry to bring snow to Greenland. Parents find ways to get their youngest children COVID vaccines. Amid painful year, tearful tributes mark 20th anniversary of 9/11. Venus Williams on mental health, being tough means taking care of my whole self. The unnecessary cruelty of America's immigration system. Oregon upsets Ohio State, keeping Pac-12 in playoff mix. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Emma Raducanu wins U.S. Open, defeating Leila Fernandez to end improbable tournament. Fox Corporation announces $1 donation to Tunnel to Towers in support of first responders, military heroes. Toby Keith, author of song that became 9/11 rallying cry, never apologize for being patriotic. D.C. police, 2 briefly detained near National Mall after suspicious vehicle spotted. Biden defends Afghanistan withdrawal on 9/11 anniversary, how else could you get out? Verdict, number 12 Oregon stun number 3 Ohio State 35-28. QB debate continues as number 13 Florida routes USF 42-20. St. Louis Forest Park honors thousands of 9/11 heroes with flags of valor display. Associated Press account deletes 9/11 Nickelback tweet it admits was in poor taste. Oklahoma Street holds off rival Tulsa 28-23 in Sanders' return. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Saturday, September 11th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Fourth stimulus check, is another relief payment coming in 2021? Federal vaccine mandate, how could the new COVID rules affect you? Browns-Chiefs preview, AFC playoff contenders square off in Week 1. Damiti Pongo on this year's VMA Awards in Brooklyn, it's going to be one for the books. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Emma Raducanu wins her first set. Mail on Sunday comment, higher taxes are never welcome. Contraceptive packets need don't leave it too late fertility warnings, says top fertility doctor. Emma Raducanu vs. Leila Fernandez, U.S. Open Women's Final Hive, game-by-game updates and result. Britain goes wild for Emma Raducanu as fans crowd around TVs to cheer her on in U.S. Open Final. University Challenge higher diversity producer as there were 17 women contestants in latest series. Selfridges hosts its first ever wedding as Essex couple tie the knot in ceremony on Oxford Street. Movie makers and stars flock to the UK as Walkery and COVID bring Tinseltown to a standstill. Channel 4 HD viewers complain of no sound for first few minutes of Emma Raducanu US Open coverage. End of PCR travel tests, double-jabbed travelers will no longer have to take expensive COVID tests. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Taliban flag flies over Kabul Presidential Palace as world commemorates 9/11 attacks. The U.S. branded the hackers as terrorists and issued $5 million bounties, now they're in power in the Taliban government. Tape their beaks, wildlife trafficking case offers glimpse into clandestine animal trade from Mexico. Israel arrests 4 Palestinian fugitives who escaped prison. Iran says UN Atomic Agency head arriving in Tehran for talks. Hurricane Larry wipes out power, trees in Newfoundland. Taliban flag rises over seat of power on fateful anniversary. Abdullah El-Ghazm, leader of Peru's Shining Path terrorist group, dies at 86. Queen offers thoughts and prayers on 9/11 anniversary. Lebanon gets a new government after 13 months of collapse. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Emma Raducanu v. Leilani Fernandez, U.S. Open Women's Final, Live. Bible Review, Rebecca Hunt's personal, probing documentary memoir. Coronavirus Live News, UK records a further 156 deaths, thousands protest in Turkey against COVID measures. America mourns as leaders and families mark 20th anniversary of 9/11 attacks. There's risk in everything, right? The serendipity and agony of dating your neighbor. They will kill you, a future leader of Afghanistan on the price he paid for freedom. 13 gorillas test positive for COVID at Atlanta Zoo. Abdullah El-Ghazm, leader of Peru's Shining Path, dies aged 86. Alt-right finds new partners in hate on China's internet. The Afghan view of 9/11, this is the day the bad times started. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Sales force to help workers leave states over abortion laws. 9/11/20 years live updates. Former presidents join Biden to honor lives lost. Family of man killed during Portland protests sue city. NC's highest court, felons who registered recently can vote. Pope, aim to counter fundamentalist violence with schooling. Divided over talks with Spain, Catalonia separatists rally. New capsule installed within pedestal where Lee statue stood. Full transcript, former President George W. Bush speaks at 9/11 memorial ceremony. Live, ABC News Live. India, Australia call for global action in Afghanistan. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. 9/11 anniversary, emotional tributes paid to lives lost. U.S. remembers 20th anniversary of 9/11. Families and leaders mark 20th anniversary of 9/11. Air India Express, deadly plane crash blamed on human error. Abdullah El-Ghazm, Peru's Shining Path guerrilla leader dies at 86. Haiti PM asked to testify in president's assassination hearing. 9/11 anniversary, moment of silence as families recite names of victims. Afghanistan, U.S. media cast doubt on Kabul drone strike. Guantanamo Bay, in a courtroom, just feet away from 9/11 suspects. Escaped zebras spark double takes and denials in Maryland. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Today in history for September 12th. Biden's pay respects at 9/11 Pentagon Memorial. EU Council President Michel meets Pope Francis. Americans honor lives lost in 9/11 terrorist attacks on 20-year anniversary. AP top story September 11th p. It doesn't get easier, grief at Ground Zero still palpable 20 years after 9/11. Slain Marine killed in attack returns home. Mourners in Shanksville mark 20 years since 9/11. On the 20th anniversary of 9/11, America honors the memory of those who were lost, we remember. I still get letters, how the famous 9/11 photo of firefighters at Ground Zero came to be. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Weather helps firefighters make progress against California blazes. LA County tax stores report higher demand for ivermectin, unproven COVID treatment. Democrats fight California recall but say party must do better, don't just sit there. Column, the recall circus has managed to ignore staggering crisis ripping apart California. Column, she feeds hundreds of homeless daily in Orange County, city officials want her out. Thanks, I used to hate being dissed by Larry Elder, now I consider it a badge of honor. California lawmakers end their 2021 work as recall election looms. West Hollywood to require COVID-19 vaccination proof at restaurants, bars, nightclubs. California lawmakers vote to speed up state process for terminally ill to end their lives. Orange County Supervisor Andrew Du confirms COVID-19 diagnosis. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Saturday, September 11th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Mumbai woman, raped and tortured with iron rod, dies in hospital. Denmark lifts all COVID-19 restrictions as Fauci says cases are 16 times too high to end the pandemic in U.S. Hundreds protest against rise in homophobic attacks in Madrid. England will be first country to require new homes to include EV chargers. Thousands of Catalans rally for independence in Barcelona. Thousands of medics rallied in Warsaw for better pay and conditions, criticizing the government for failing to compensate them for the added workload during the pandemic. The march through central Warsaw included a minute of silence for 500-plus medical workers who have died of COVID. U.S. removes advanced missile defense system from Saudi Arabia, AP. Hurricane Larry has made landfall in Newfoundland this morning and is now transformed into a powerful extratropical storm over the Labrador Sea. It is forecast to deliver a massive winter storm with 100 plus cm, 3 plus ft, of snow across southern Greenland until Tuesday. Hundreds of pro-Taliban Afghan women attend lecture at Kabul University in face veils in support of the new regime's hardline policies on gender segregation. Google underpaid thousands of international shadow workers, violating labor laws around the world, reports reveal. Pfizer and BioNTech will soon seek clearance for vaccine use in children 5 and older. Chinese parents fear children's English skills will suffer as schools cut back on language classes and tutors face crackdown. India can produce 1,000 GW solar energy on 0.5% of land, Mukesh Ambani. France, former health minister Agnes Buzyn charged with endangering the lives of others over her handling of the coronavirus pandemic. COVID vaccines won't end pandemic and officials must now gradually adapt strategy to cope with inevitable spread of virus, World Health Organization official warns. The next headlines are from Forbes. LuLaRoe saga may become scripted movie or TV show. 5 keys for the San Francisco 49ers Week 1 against the Detroit Lions. Venice Film Festival 2021, list of winners. Anheuser-Busch CMO discusses strategic shift, from defending market share to driving growth. On the Verge, new Netflix series created by Julie Delpy. Really, Brian Kelly is funny, just ask his Notre Dame football players. NFL fans can spend the night inside the 2022 Super Bowl stadium, here's how. Alex Palou looks to regain IndyCar championship lead at Portland with very strong weekend. Box office, James Wan's Malignant nabs mere $2 Friday. A dozen wines from 6 producers in 3 Italian regions. The next headlines are from Nature.com. 5 books from the Alnif Crater Traveling Library. How COVID is derailing the fight against HIV, TB and malaria. Trove of CRISPR-like gene-cutting enzymes found in microbes. Pivotal climate summit dogged by COVID and equity concerns. COVID in kids and fossil fuel limits, the week in infographics. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,730,868,282 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Senegal's Lacm Studios launches with TIFF Midnight Madness Selection Saloon. Inexorable Review, A Nanny from Hell in a Nest of Old Money. Miley Cyrus and Metallica perform Nothing Else Matters together on The Howard Stern Show. Red Rocket, Blue Bayou and Down with the King among 2021 Deauville Film Festival winners. IAT's negotiations with AMPTP stretch past deadline as strike threat looms. West Hollywood issues emergency order requiring vaccination proof at indoor businesses. Eli Roth on Venice Doc Inferno Rosso, Joe D'Amato on the road to excess and his passion for Emmanuel star Laura Gemser. Maria Chapdelaine Review, a leisurely portrait of early 20th century rural Quebec life. In All Honors, director Hwang Sung-yoon projects her fears, self-protective mechanisms and loneliness. French abortion drama happening takes Golden Lion at Venice Film Festival, Penelope Cruz wins Best Actress, full winners list. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Abima El Ghazm, leader of Shining Path insurgency in Peru, dies at 86. On the 20th anniversary, U.S. allies honor the lives lost on 9/11. For a journalist, the cost of war seen through a soldier's life cut short. A day of remembrances and reflection, 20 years after the 9/11 attacks. For many American Muslims, the legacy of 9/11 lies in the battle for civil rights. Whatever happened to pandemic wedding plans of the Malawian and Netherlander? Climate change is making natural disasters worse, along with our mental health. This custodian stayed at a school all night pumping water during Ida storms. After 9/11, security became omnipresent in Washington, but threats are different now. 2 decades after 9/11, are we safer? The following headlines are from the week. Why harboring large-scale terrorist camps may be a risky repeat for Taliban. Biden returning to an updated September 10 mindset when it comes to foreign policy, former advisor says. Taliban recognition not inactive, current discussion in Biden's White House. George W. Bush alludes to growing domestic terror threat in 9/11 anniversary remarks. U.S. commemorates 9/11 at Ground Zero, Pentagon, Shanksville Memorial. What America has learned since 9/11. America's 9/11 overreaction is only more glaring after COVID. 5 cartoons about America's losing COVID battle. Lawyer for parents who challenged Florida mask mandate ban not surprised by court's reinstatement. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. On the Porch celebrates Terlingua and its residents. The next headlines are from Universe Today. ALMA's new receivers will let it see longer wavelengths, peering closer to the beginning of the universe. Doomed satellite was equipped with a drag sail to deorbit after its mission was complete. Why are rubble pile asteroids shaped like diamonds? There should be more material left over from bombardment eras, maybe the sun blew it all away? Astronomers create 3D printed nebulae. Perseverance drills another hole, and this time a sample is intact. These are the news headlines for today, Saturday, September 11th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Wildfire threatens a SETI telescope in California. A new coral reef atlas you can explore. Here are the 2022 Breakthrough Prize winners. The next news is from Politico. Stoltenberg, European allies were consulted over Afghanistan. Biden stresses unity, democratic values in Shanksville. Bush, U.S. changed forever after 9/11 attacks. Biden, Obama, Clinton mark 9/11 in NYC with display of unity. House Democrats unveil plans for array of new tax incentives. U.S. pulls missile defenses in Saudi Arabia amid Yemen attacks. How 9/11 shaped Joe Biden's approach to the politics of national tragedy. Biden unlikely to formally recognize Taliban government. Opinion: the Central Intelligence Agency spent 20 years on the front lines of the war on terror. It's time for that to change. Newsom's rebound papers over broader trouble for Democrats. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Lockdown changed our experience of time, then nostalgia stepped in. Just a bit of bad luck, why Victoria/Delta outbreak was the one that got away. Australia News Live, foreign airlines at risk of pulling out as Victorian outbreak accelerates. An evil spectre descended, New York marks 20th anniversary of September 11th. For your perfect picnic look, be inspired by the movies. The fertility conversation we are missing in our teens and 20s. Why the idea of Queen Camilla may finally be accepted. Why Mel Doyle's beauty icon is her grandmother. It allows for a story to be told, concept albums return in the streaming age. Spare a wee thought for those helping keep footy clean. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Financial crime, the theft was fatal, employee used 189 credit card refunds to embezzle nearly $200,000, bankrupting packaging firm. Newswatch, companies are now issuing more stock than they did at top of the internet bubble, and here's why that matters. The Tell, stocks may fall 15% by year-end, warns Morgan Stanley. Here are some portfolio moves investors might consider. Spurred on by the pandemic, more homeowners are selling to iBuyers, avoiding hordes of strangers traipsing around their house. Sustainable investing, electric vehicles are gaining traction, but chances are that you'll still be driving a gas-powered car in 2035. Outside the box, companies cannot just wait for the skills they need to show up, they need to train the workers they have. In the U.S., nearly 15% of families went hungry last year. Bookwatch, how can you avoid choking as an investor? Plan for the moment the pressure is on you. TaxWatch, too many ultra-rich people skip taxes, Treasury official says. Why? Because they can. This trader walked through the toxic smoke cloud on 9/11 and was diagnosed with bladder cancer. Here's what he wants you to know. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Loveland Aerospace Company produces compact, featherlight gear for space, Loveland reporter Herald. Rainy ride to school inspires teen to find solution to flooding, the Guam Daily Post. U.S. judge gets it right, AI doesn't get patents, Tech Dirt. Apple granted 2 patents for self-driving car systems, electronic design. Why including an algorithm is important for software patents, Part 2, Intellectual Property, United States, Mondac News alerts. For President-elect, John C. Warner, Chemical and Engineering News. U.S. District Court holds that AI algorithms cannot be listed as inventors on patents, J.D. Supra. Inflated patent filings of low quality, the outcome of China's subsidies, new research finds IM. Patent Office in neutral as it awaits Biden's pick to lead it, Bloomberg Law. ARI launches multiple challenges to the validity of lighting effect patents, news shooter. The next headlines are from Quartz. Smart cities are a legacy of 9/11. Delivery companies are being squeezed between investors and new caps on fees. Can you report your employer for not following the new U.S. vaccine rules? American Muslims are at high risk of suicide. Italy added vaccine passports, and domestic tourism is as high as ever. Luckiest man alive, why 9/11 first responders' outlooks may improve even as physical health fails. Weekend brief, the DeFi is hitting the fan. India is turning the site of a colonial massacre into an Instagram-friendly attraction. Apple's App Store just suffered an epic blow in federal court. Amazon's free U.S. college tuition offer is worth only $5,250 a year. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. This week in Tech Dirt history, September 5-11. Huge GTA 4 mod started in 2014 shuts down due to hostility from Take-Two Interactive. U.S. judge gets it right, AI doesn't get patents. Cop who killed a suicidal man less than 11 seconds after entering his house convicted of murder. Proton Mail turned over French activist's IP address to law enforcement following a request from Swiss authorities. Facebook says it violates the terms of service of their new supervision glasses if you covered and recording ULED. Apple mostly, but not entirely, wins against Epic, no antitrust violation, but must tweak practices to comply with CA law. Daily Deal, the complete 2021 cybersecurity super bundle. Brazilian president bans social media companies from removing disinformation and abuse. Amazon, SpaceX throw hissy fits as they bicker over government contracts, subsidies. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Mercer vs. Alabama. Tottenham. Syracuse football. UGA football. Notre Dame football. South Carolina football. United 93. Tennessee football. PSG vs. Clermont foot. Chelsea. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Drone attack targets Erbil International Airport hosting U.S.-led coalition forces, multiple explosions reported. The Real Heroes, CNN Stelter outrages Twitter by sharing story calling network TV anchors the moral authority on 9/11. Nasty messages calling me a cheater, transgender MMA fighter McLaughlin responds to transphobes casting doubt on debut in. They are children of the same foul spirit, George W. Bush compares 9/11 terrorists to domestic extremist threat at home. Believe Catherine May Orga, feminist group targets Ronaldo with plain banner backing rape accuser during Man UTD return. Watch, tear gas and clashes in Paris as thousands protest over COVID-19 health passes for 9th consecutive weekend. Super nervous, Cristiano Ronaldo makes surprising admission after setting Old Trafford alight, video. Poor taste, Associated Press deletes tweet marking 20-year 9/11 anniversary of a Nickelback album. This is adorable, football fans touched by Ronaldo mother's heartwarming viral reaction to son's goal on Man UTD return. Australian police force group raises thousands to legally challenge COVID-19 vaccination mandate. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Stagflation Phase 1 begins as Democrats scramble to pass largest fiscal stimulus of all time. A decision they'll regret, Australia regulator bans ivermectin uses COVID-19 treatment. Taliban holds flag-raising ceremony on same day Americans commemorate 9/11. NY hospital forced to stop delivering babies after maternity workers resign over vaccine. While Biden joins drone club at 9/11 ceremonies, Trump hits streets of NY. The insecurity of Social Security. NYC using $5.9 billion in federal relief funds to pay artists $5,000, give cash to cab drivers and encourage outdoor dining. Fauci, no firm answer on why Americans who recovered from COVID-19 should get vaccinated. Container ship congestion at LA ports hits record high as more ships join queue. CHS, the Fed is fatally corrupt, and so is the rest of America's status quo. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Iraq's Erbil airport targeted in drone attack, Kurdish officials. Haiti PM rejects diversionary tactics in Moses killing probe. Venice Film Festival, El Evenement wins Golden Lion. Canada election, experts urge bolder action amid climate crisis. Uncertainty in Guinea after military coup removes Alpha Condé. Yemen Gov says how this hit Red Sea airport. Can the Taliban be trusted with Afghanistan aid? Abima El Guzman, head of Peruvian rebel group Shining Path, dies. Dr. Congo president seeks review of mining contract with China. U.S. honors 9/11 dead on 20th anniversary of attacks. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Fauci 1 year ago, you cannot force someone to take a vaccine. Donald Trump on Biden, I wonder why he didn't speak for 9/11 anniversary. Joe Biden responds to criticism on 9/11, I'm a big boy. Biden uses 9/11 atrocity to demand uniform support for diversity. Exclusive Donald Trump Jr. on 9/11, everyone had a sense of unity, but it has since disappeared. Report, Texas right to life receives bomb threat, suspicious package. Catco, we remember those who ran toward danger on September 11th. Mast, veterans served with honor to prevent war from being fought on our streets, this war was lost because of Pennsylvania Avenue. Malignant Review, director James Wan's latest manages to be outrageous and dull. Afghan reporters face growing threat from Taliban, everything changed overnight. The next headlines are from UPI News. Woman wins $1.20 after playing same lotto numbers for a year. Overdue book returned to Scottish Library after 14 years. Watch, African serval on the loose in California County. Ig Nobel Prize is awarded for chewing gum research, upside-down rhino. Watch, alligator tries to bite woman's paddleboard at Florida State Park. Watch, police reunite Illinois State Fair visitor with lost dentures. World's longest basketball game tops 120 hours in New York. Look, stowaway gecko takes 4,000-mile trip in traveler's bra. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Bank that lost 66 workers on 9/11 has paid for all their kids to go to college. The New Orleans levees held, passing their first major test since Hurricane Katrina. Curious whale nudges paddle boarder in Argentina in stunning video, watch. Thailand is making COVID-19 protective gear from upcycle bottles. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Saturday, September 11th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Sex can relieve nasal congestion, and other work honored by 2021 Ig Nobels. Van smashes through Dutch toy store window to steal Lego and Pokemon toys. Woman misses flight, falsely claims bomb on plane at Florida airport, sheriff says. Man dies after being crushed by his own car in McDonald's drive-thru. Affidavit, Texas man murdered woman, shot her husband, because they voted for Biden. Rolling Stones tour manager Mick Brigden dies after accident at home while digging grave for dog. How did artifacts, thousands of years old, turn up in a Mississippi alligator's stomach? Gunman holding a baby shoots at 3 women during road rage clash, Ohio police say. Oklahoma governor removes only physicians from medical board. NYC subway breakdown blamed on power off button being hit. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. iBrave offers unlimited cloud hosting abilities for under $100. I'd prefer an ankle tag over a quarantine app. 5 reasons why video games should be mandatory in every classroom. Google search finally has a dark mode, here's how to turn it on. Redshifts led bike pedals claim to keep cyclists safer than regular lights. I cannot believe I have to say this, GPT-3 cannot channel dead people. Scientists discover mysterious quantum pressure emanating from a black hole. You can book travel insurance for your next trip to space. Wait, what? The downside to surveilling your neighbors. Enjoy a bubble of cool with this EvaChill portable air conditioner and power bank, now under $100. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Saturday, September 11th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA awards contract for software licenses, maintenance, support. NASA awards launch services contract for GOES-U mission. NASA's Perseverance rover collects puzzle pieces of Mars history. NASA invites media to next SpaceX commercial crew space station launch. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Choked with their own headscarf, Utah Muslims reflect on 9/11 and its aftermath. Our presence in Afghanistan was a good thing. Utah veterans reflect on the horrors they saw, the sacrifices they made, the hopes they have. Utah football defensive ends Van Fillinger and Xavier Carlton performing well in their second season. Commentary, is 9/11 a day, or is it an era? Watch, Tribune sports writers talk Bayou joining the Big 12, Utah versus Bayou game. Growing legacy fire in Davis County now estimated at 300 acres. It's a big week for Bayou football. It's a bigger week for running back Lopini Katoa. How much will it cost Bayou to get out of non-conference football games? Maybe less than first thought. This summer was hotter than the Dust Bowl summer of 1936, NOAA says. Jana Reese, why did Bayou erase a prominent historian, and why isn't it saying why? The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. New Texas law tries making it illegal for social media sites to ban users over political viewpoints. Samus announces 10% price hikes on most speakers. China bans all new video games. Indonesian intelligence agency compromised in suspected Chinese hack. Apple risks losing billions of dollars annually from ruling. Study links too much free time to lower sense of well-being. A secretive Pentagon program that started on Trump's last day in office just ended. The mystery has not. Apple pays hackers 6 figures to find bugs in its software, then it sits on their findings. Wide-ranging solar winds probe sparks fear in corporate America. Google could be violating labor laws with pay for temp workers. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. 3 men charged in East St. Louis shooting that injured 7 people. Largest sport bike ride is back in St. Louis. Father of Wentzville fallen Marine is thankful for everyone's support during Wednesday's processional. Flags of Valor offer valuable teaching moments for children. My baby is damaged for life, 3-year-old in critical condition after East St. Louis shooting. East St. Louis announces citywide curfew following shooting that left 7 injured. New movie uses the Missouri Botanical Gardens Garden Glow for redemption. Illinois to become first Midwest state to adopt carbon-free electric grid. Hug a thug mentality, Missouri sheriff takes aim at state's controversial gun rights law. Budweiser changes 9/11 ad that only aired once for 20th anniversary. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. U.S. marks 20 years since 9/11, in shadow of Afghan war's end. Travelers in San Diego react to increase in fines for mask rule violators. Urias earns MLB leading 17th win, Dodgers beat Padres 3-0. Newsom, first partner cast ballots as new poll shows he may beat recall. Charter School Network co-founder sentenced to state prison for fraud. Recall election, San Diego County prepares for in-person voting. Woman, 19, killed in shooting. San Diego County offers refugee support through Afghan-led advocacy groups. County reports 1,031 COVID-19 infections, another rise in hospitalizations. It's a hot topic amongst our membership, local police union pushing back on vaccine mandate. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Biden has a phone call with Xi. Chinese-born professor in Tennessee cleared of all spying charges and rebuked to U.S. Department of Justice. The rise and fall of Shanghai's coffee king. Resurfaced Simu Liu interview spurs nationalist backlash against Zhongqi. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Why wait 8 months to get a booster shot? Doctors explain. See how Lower Manhattan has changed in 20 years. 7 groups of mosquitoes test positive for West Nile virus in Contra Costa this year. CDC study, those unvaccinated are 11 times more likely to die of COVID-19. CA recall, Santa Clara County sees low voter turnout. 2 CHP officers die from COVID-19 complications this week, officials. Conventions return to SF's Moscone Center for first time in 18 months. Oakland Pride cancels in-person festival, goes virtual. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. The latest, Defense Secretary remembers fallen teammates. This date in baseball. A tribute to those who have fallen, list of 9/11 remembrances throughout suburbs this week. The latest, Taliban flag flies at Afghan presidential palace. Prince Andrew's lawyers question service of legal documents. Let's roll, Todd Beamer's father on the valiant fight for Flight 93. Tottenham loses perfect record in EPL in 3-0 loss at Palace. Israel arrests 4 Palestinian fugitives who escaped prison. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. 24 of Seattle's quirkiest landmarks and where to find them. Kraken Iceplex grand opening, live music, car show, more happening in Seattle this weekend. Potential vote to recall Seattle City Council member Kshama Sawant will not be on November 2nd ballot. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Constant 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 56.07 km, in South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands November 9, 2021, 9:23 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Larry 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.421 million. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Olive 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.306 million. Red alert for tropical cyclone Chanthu 21. Population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 30.248 million. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Burkina Faso, Benin, Central African Republic, Cameroon, Ghana, Niger, Nigeria. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Greece, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Brazil. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Saturday, September 11th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Man shoots girlfriend and her sister before dying by suicide in Northeast Houston, HPD says. Eye on the Gulf, 94L poised to become our next tropical storm or depression in the Gulf. Overturned 18-wheeler blocks I-45 northbound lanes near downtown. Peeping Tom suspect shot to death outside North Houston home. Harris County Precinct 4 deputy constable involved in major crash, 12-year-old ejected from car. Beautiful today, but keep an eye on the Gulf this weekend. Exclusive video shows frightening moments. Sugarland mom gets robbed, my baby's in there. Deputies hailed heroes for quick rescue of 82-year-old shoved into car by suspect. Texas tops list of most popular destinations for international homebuyers. 4-year-old girl dies in Galveston County as first COVID-related death of a child. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Merkel calls migrant push at EU's border unacceptable. Germantown seeks owner of baby ostrich found in local park. The latest, crowded sports stadiums, virus combustible mix. Morocco's king appoints a new PM after poll victory. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. When NYC public schools reopen Monday, some parents plan to sit it out. Why we united after 9/11, but less so for COVID. NYC observes the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. Extra extra, this is why you don't cast a 27-year-old as a teenager. NY releases data on COVID breakthrough infections, unvaccinated make up 21 times more hospitalizations. De Blasio promises answers after NYPD personal vehicles take over brand new bike lane. MTA power failure caused by someone who accidentally pushed wrong button, report says. De Blasio digs in as city workers raise alarm ahead of Monday's mandate to return to the office. Exhibit explores how rising sea levels threaten NYC and beyond. All vegan, all plantain-based delights at DeKalb Markets, Kelluel. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. First person, a refuge from COVID misinformation. Elections represent an opportunity for stability and unity in Libya. Gooders, South-South cooperation more essential than ever. Common Sensing Project builds climate resilience for small island nations. Yemen, as conflict drags on, no quick wins, UN envoy. Pandemic increasing risk factors for suicide, UN Health Agency warns. Human rights abuses intensifying in Eastern Dr. Congo, UNHCR. Taliban response to protests increasingly violent, UN Rights Office warns. The future of the UN, time to think big, urges Gooders. South-South and triangular cooperation to help achieve UN's development goals. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. San Diego declares COVID misinformation a public health crisis. 14 ways official reports agreed with conspiracy theorists on 9/11. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Biden presses states to require vaccines for all teachers. How 9/11 heralded 20 years of internet conspiracy theories. Teen Dream, Raducanu, 18, Fernandez, 19, into U.S. Open final. 20 years later, fallout from toxic UTC dust cloud grows. Did National Archives put harmful language alert on U.S. Constitution? White House Competition Council seeks lower consumer prices. Did Ben Franklin leave $2,000 each to Boston and Philadelphia? Is Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade returning with crowds? Queen's London representative says Royals back BLM movement. Judge loosens Apple's grip on App Store in epic decision. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Q&A on Biden's COVID-19 vaccine or test rule. Social media posts mislead on COVID-19 vaccines, deaths in Afghanistan. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Maybe it's finally time for you to get a vaccine card holder. Here are 8. Bruised, naked, dumped, the mystery death of New York's Jane Doe. How 9/11 musical Come From Away became a heartwarming surprise. Since 9/11, Wall Street has put money over Marines and profits over patriotism. Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain fooled us all with Hollywood's oldest trick in the book. Even the loose change 9/11 truthers think MAGA conspiracies are nuts. What did we do to deserve a celebrity activist competition show? How the Texas abortion law could sink a Republican in Virginia. The World Trade Center was hated even before it was built. The vindication of Truman Capote. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Cubs vs. Giants prediction, Kevin Gausman keeps rolling. Renter says Ellie Tahari's home is a vermin-infested hellhole. Karl Anthony Towns defends Jordan Woods amid plastic surgery accusations. My 29 minutes of hell between the Twin Tower collapses. Favored Texas should be afraid of Arkansas. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Untangling the Tarantula Nebula, the sky's largest stellar nursery. Snapshot, dusty light veers from a black hole's throat. Ask Astro I, how did Earth's gravity capture, then lose, a 50-year-old rocket booster? The sky this week, Neptune reaches opposition. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Upside-down rhinos win scientists' Ig Nobel Prize. Researchers who dangled rhinos upside down earn Ig Nobel. U.S. likely surpasses 1936 record for hottest summer ever, NOAA says. White House announces COVID-19 vaccine mandates. Biden announces sweeping new coronavirus vaccine mandates. Los Angeles School Board votes to mandate COVID-19 vaccines for students 12 and older. Scientists discover giant prehistoric swimming head creature. Los Angeles mandates COVID vaccines for eligible students. Oil-soaked birds found near oil spill at refinery in wake of Hurricane Ida. Special report, Biden announces new COVID-19 response plan, including vaccine mandates. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Right-wing and left-wing authoritarians, pretty much the same, report. Landmines found on Florida beach, Air Force bomb squad responds. Governor Hochul to sign bill granting first responder status to NY 911 operators, dispatchers. Auto worker opens shop and wins $1 lottery on same day. Matriarch of family charged in Pike County killings pleads guilty. Schumer and other NY lawmakers vow to fully fund 9/11 healthcare program. Apple must loosen its grip on App Store purchases and the 30% commissions they carry, judge rules. Rudy Giuliani claims Biden should stay out of NYC on 9/11 anniversary, he doesn't belong here. 9/11 forged forever friendships between strangers who connected through tragedy. Governor Ron DeSantis wins appeal, Florida's ban on mask mandates remains. The following headlines are from military.com. U.S. Navy SEALs, Cyprus Special Forces hold anti-terror drill. Green Berets in Guinea escorted by security team after president's overthrow. Wyoming troop deaths 20 years apart bookend Afghanistan war. U.S. pulls missile defenses in Saudi Arabia amid Yemen attacks. Measles cases halt Afghan evacuee flights from 2 key bases. The 9/11 terror attacks are losing recruiting power with today's troops. U.S. gives first public look inside base housing Afghans. Slowing housing, food allowance raises could save the Pentagon billions, congressional report says. Military contractor claims it's not liable in Abu Ghraib case. A generation shaped by 9/11, stories of Americans inspired to serve. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. 2 dead, 14 others wounded in city shootings since late Friday afternoon, police say. Daywatch Special Edition, looking back on 9/11, 20 years later. Jack Walsh, who started mobile broadcast operation that handled sports and other events, dies at 67. As another violent summer ends in Chicago, Mayor Lori Lightfoot vows to fight crime, but critics say the city is in crisis. Dozens gather downtown Friday to protest new Texas abortion law as Illinois Planned Parenthood clinics see Texas patients. 2 men killed in separate Chicago incidents Friday afternoon. Man charged in shooting death of 1 man, wounding of another in East Garfield Park, police said. Pro-choice supporters protest new Texas abortion law. Tim Edders, who overcame many challenges, including colorblindness, to become prolific muralist, dies. His work adorned many schools. We're going after gangs, Chicago Police Superintendent David Brown redistributes many community safety team officers. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Radioactive rhino horns may deter poachers in Africa. Storm olive drenches Mexico's Baja California. Nature Congress calls for protecting 30% of Earth, 80% of Amazon. Prehistoric winged lizard unearthed in Chile. Mars rocks collected by Perseverance boost case for ancient life. Zoo Atlanta, positive virus tests among gorilla population. California firefighters chase new fires ignited by lightning. Image, Hubble captures a sparkling cluster. In Guinea Kolia cold make carbohydrates, renewable fuel, from CO2. Researchers reconstruct major branches in the tree of language. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Saturday, September 11th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The 19 best dog foods for 2021. How do archaeologists crack the code of dead languages? Color conundrum, scientists search for the blackest black. The 18 best dog foods for sensitive stomachs. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Tokachi Millennium Forest captures a vast and visionary landscape that's as much about people as it is about plants. In the GOP, voter ID is a slam dunk, except in Nebraska. Queen offers thoughts and prayers on 9/11 anniversary. Ronaldo to make second United debut starting against Newcastle. COVID cases show up in Washington schools, but it's too early to say how schools are doing at reducing transmission. Tech review, Samsung's folding phones keep getting better. Painting over Seattle's graffiti is a game of whack-a-mole, the taggers have won. The TA was born after 9/11, how the day forever shaped the way we think about airport security. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. High school football, Bellarmine blasts on Leandro, alum Brad Bowers. Photos, Bay Area High School Football Week 3. Gordon Huther artwork makes a splash at Sunnyvale Office Park. Patriotism-fueled military enlistment after 9/11, remains strong 20 years later. September 11th attacks changed us but also showed what holds us together. Plan to build 13 houses in East Bay gets the thumbs down. East Bay Town Council to appoint someone to fill vacancy. Photos, Bay Area News Group photojournalist reflects on covering Ground Zero aftermath on 9/11 20th anniversary. 49ers at Lions, 5 keys to winning the season opener. Editorial, reject partisan effort to recall Gavin Newsom. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Loved ones remember victims at Ground Zero ceremony on 20th anniversary of 9/11. Bell chimes at the World Trade Center, signaling the start of commemorations marking 20 years since. Trump uses 9/11 anniversary to slam Biden, he surrendered in defeat. For World Trade Center cook, surviving 9/11 led to activism. Biden marks 9/11 anniversary with tribute, call for unity. Aaron Von Ellinger, ex-Idaho lawmaker, arrest warrant issued on rape charges. Arizona to divest all Unilever holdings over Ben & Jerry's Israel boycott, state treasurer says. Joe Biden honors those who died on 9/11 in video message. Prince Andrew served with U.S. civil suit, lawyers say. The next headlines are from The Intercept. FBI terrorism stings, 2 decades of national security theater. 9/11 and the Saudi connection. Rap Lloyd Doggett dismisses Senate proposal to use veterans' rates for drug pricing reform. King Mansion. The most terrifying thing about 9/11 was America's response. Rep. Pramila Jayapal leads Democrats in urging Biden to limit nuclear weapons. How post-9/11 visions of an imperiled homeland reshaped America. Their fathers were caught in the 9/11 dragnet. Guantanamo came to define their lives. NI documents provide new evidence U.S.-funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Notre Dame kicker Jonathan Doerer comes up big in key moment. Taco Bell brings back breakfast menu nationwide. Chicago Outdoors, Hummingbird, Monarchs, Patrick McManus on smoked fish, Chino Lakes Muskies. COVID safety protocols abound as Pitchfork Music Festival 2021 gets underway. Vegas bookmaker Dave Sharapan is back from the brink. What is the NWSL, CBS really saying with its poorly scheduled championship game? Why 2022 should be the Fire's focus soon. Bears vs Rams, what to watch for. 4 killed, 2 minors among 12 others wounded in citywide gun violence Friday. As Brandon Hagel's Blackhawks career explodes, his father watches in amazement, he did it all. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Why Vijay Rupani may have resigned as Gujarat CM and who could be his successor. Stars welcome back at home with full enthusiasm. IPL, I welcome Rohit, Bumrah, Suryakumar. Did you know these facts about 9/11 terror attacks? What makes vaccinated people prone to breakthrough infections? 20 years of 9/11, how the morning of horror unfolded. Saudi Arabia, 20 years after 9/11, a country in the making. 9/11 attacks, 20 years on, Muslims continue to face hostility. Apple has a warning for bikers with iPhones. Mumbai woman, raped and tortured with rod, dies. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Preview, Comp at White Oak Music Hall, September 10, 2021. A.G. Paxton files multiple suits over mask mandates. No more temperature checks at HISD. Daily gather this fall, turkey-like hut in Cougs house. Things to do, the best things to eat and drink in Houston this weekend. New look Texans launch 2021 season against Jacksonville. Best of Houston 2021, best hot dog. Preview, My Fair Lady Viaducts at the Hobby Center. Best of Houston 2021, best deep dish pizza. Best of Houston 2021, best ice house. The next headlines are about world records making news. Washing machine sees scuppers paddle boaters world record bid, but leaves Highland Hospice 1,800 better off, Ross-Shire Journal. Elaine Thompson Harris hunt for the world record, the boar. Guinness World Record winning marine survey is celebrating 90 years, Plymouth Live. Futurican electric truck goes 683 miles on a single charge, sets Guinness World Record, car scoops. Dad of twins breaks 2 world records on racing scooter, Lancashire Telegraph. Australia-based Kerala girls aim record, to sing 193 national anthems for World Peace Lifestyle Women English Monorama, on Manorama. Potential world record catfish landed in Connecticut, Field and Stream. World's longest basketball game tops 120 hours in New York, UPI News. Image of the day, Australian man sets world record for longest plank, India Today. This Army combat medic has broken yet another Paralympic world record, task and purpose. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Instagram is reportedly working on an update that will allow you to see your favorites first. Another court rules that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis can indeed ban school mask mandates. Dragonlance's creators are creating a new RPG world with D&D's rules. The Lower Decks mid-season trailer promises so much Star Trek fun on the horizon. 2021 Disney movies committed to theaters as new release dates reach into 2024. Twitch takes its trolls to court. As trial for Backpage's founders begins, their free speech defense is flailing. Google reportedly shortchanged temps around the globe, potentially costing them $100 million in wages. This week's toy news is starting spooky season early. You may have to get a COVID-19 vaccine to fly. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Abadan in Iran at 114.8 degrees Fahrenheit or 46 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 91.48 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 68.6 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Aliens board game is another ho-hum dungeon crawler. California Senate passes warehouse workers bill, taking aim at Amazon. Porsche and Siemens break ground on low-carbon fuel plant in Chile. Star Trek Day celebrates 55 years with Picard, Prodigy trailers, and more. Unvaccinated are 5x more likely to catch Delta, 11x more likely to die. Report, Google has illegally underpaid thousands of temp workers since 2019. Your standard SSD might work as an Xbox storage expansion. House bill would eliminate natural gas, impose sweeping changes on economy. Texas law could force social media to host misinformation and hate speech. Further testing shows new PS5 smaller, lighter heatsink keeps console cooler. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Ron Wyden points out the collateral damage to privacy that came after 9/11. Christian nationalists behind drive to replace California's Newsom and install Larry Elder, report. Trump plans visit to Ground Zero after attacking Biden on 9/11 anniversary, report. Trump uses 9/11 anniversary address to launch attack on Joe Biden. Just shoot me, Afghan star recalls surreal Kabul escape. Trump administration's accidental disclosure includes explosive evidence of Saudi involvement in 9/11 attack, report. 9/11 and the birth of Trump's big lie. Scientists debate promise, peril of tweaking wild genomes. COVID vaccines hold up against severe Delta, U.S. data. Search for time capsule at General Lee statue comes up empty. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. The weather feels the same. The messy truth about carbon footprints. California to become first state to ban non-consensual condom removal, or scalping. New poll shows California voters want to keep Governor Gavin Newsom. Take a minute for 40 things that have actually gotten better. Biden criticizes GOP governors for being so cavalier about COVID-19. Hurricane Ida left a huge water crisis in its wake. Inside the wild, Twitter-fueled race to airlift dogs from Afghanistan. It's not too late to learn the lessons we didn't learn from 9/11. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. The Pacific Northwest has the most sightings of Bigfoot, so here's where to go squatching, the travel. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Looking for interstellar monuments, Scientific American. Lee Wolverton, welcome to the darkness, opinion, columnists WVGazetteMail.com, Charleston Gazette Mail. California's Dixie Fire roars back to life, threatens new communities, SF Gate. Antenna searching for ET threatened by wildfire, SETI Institute. What's Eating the Universe, Review, A Pocket Guide to the Cosmos, The Wall Street Journal. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Kreb and Krebin to identify neurons gate long-term memory formation in Drosophila, pnas.org. Increasing and decreasing interregional brain coupling increases and decreases oscillatory activity in the human brain, pnas.org. NervGen Pharma announces results of annual general meeting of shareholders, straightinsider.com. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Top 10 best medicinal mushroom supplements to buy in 2021, Kenai Peninsula Online. Solving the problem of death, 150 seems to be an outer age limit, and here's why, Genetic Literacy Project. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Saturday, September 11th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. Newsite is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by Newsite. All rights reserved.